In the silent reaches of the cosmos, something has begun to glow. Not the burning fury of a star, not the shimmer of sunlight off frozen ice, but a light that pulses as if with intention. Astronomers first noticed it while tracking 3E Atlas, an interstellar visitor moving through our solar system. At first glance, it was supposed to be just another comet, an icy rock drifting between the stars. But what the James Webb Space Telescope recently uncovered suggests something far stranger. A new kind of light. Not reflected. Not scattered. A light that shines from within, as if built, as if engineered. At first, it was dismissed. A glitch in the sensors. Dust scattering photons. Maybe an exaggeration in the data pipeline. But the light persisted. It grew. And then it changed. Patterns emerged in the brightness, rhythms that did not belong to the natural world. That was the moment scientists began to panic. Because when artificial light is the only explanation left, the implications are terrifying. From the moment 3E Atlas was spotted, astronomers sensed something was wrong. Yes, it traced the path of a comet. Yes, it moved like a visitor from deep space. But its glow was far too intense, far too deliberate. At a distance of over 400 million kilometers, it shone at a magnitude impossible for its size. Comets that far away are ghosts, faint smudges only visible to the largest telescopes. And yet this one glared with defiant brightness, as though demanding to be seen. Theories collapsed one by one. It wasn't dust, it wasn't ice, it wasn't solar heating. Webb's instruments dug deeper into the spectrum, and the truth grew undeniable. This was not reflected light. It was emitted light. The object was generating its own glow. A comet that glows like a star should not exist. The energy required is beyond anything nature provides for such a body. Unless, it isn't natural at all. Some suggested a fragment of a supernova core, still radioactive after eons. Others pointed to exotic isotopes. But none fit. The brightness curve fell like a spotlight in mist. No known comet behaved this way. Spectral scans revealed no water vapor, no carbon monoxide, no cyanogen, none of the volatile gases that define a comet's life. Instead, there was emptiness. Silence. And in that silence, light that should not exist. A few voices dared to speak the unspeakable. Perhaps this wasn't a comet. Perhaps it was built. Enter Avi Loeb, the Harvard astrophysicist who once suggested that Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor ever seen, might have been artificial. He was ridiculed for it. But this time, he wasn't alone. Models emerged suggesting a compact energy source, 100 meters wide, glowing at 1000 Kelvin, wrapped in dust. A beacon, a core, a machine. Something not unlike a spacecraft, though far beyond ours in power. But light was only the beginning. The trajectory of 3E Atlas was unsettlingly precise. It didn't wander blindly like most interstellar bodies. It moved along the plane of the planets, threading through the solar system in a way that almost looked intentional. During its closest approach, Earth would be hidden behind the sun, unable to watch. Coincidence? Or a calculated maneuver designed to slip by unseen? And then came the signal. Buried deep in Webb's radio observations, behind the artificial glow, was a faint pulse. Not random, not static, but rhythmic. Every 7.2 hours. Too slow to be spin, too structured to be noise. Its frequency fell exactly within the narrow bands Earth reserves for secure military communication satellites. The odds of coincidence are astronomical. Soon after, independent teams began analyzing its flickering light. They discovered binary pulses. Light, dark, in perfect intervals. A repeating digital structure, eerily similar to primitive computer protocols from the 1970s. It was as though something had been listening to us, learning our language, and now speaking back in a form we could recognize. Even stranger, echoes of its signal matched one recorded decades ago. Nuclear test. But when reanalyzed against 3E Atlas's pulse pattern, the similarity was undeniable. What if that wasn't a test at all? What if it was the first time this object passed through? They weren't dust. They weren't vapor. Some scientists suggested exotic propulsion. Others whispered of breadcrumbs left for something else to follow. And then came the blackout. For 47 minutes, Webb's sensors went silent. No feed, no signal, no data. A probe that responds to being watched. A machine aware of its observers. Finally, as it passed perihelion, the glow changed color. Golden light gave way to sharp blue, condensed into a focused beam. Not a comet's coma, not a natural flare, but a directed emission. A signal. A lighthouse in the dark. And it wasn't just light, it was a mirror. Webb detected the echo of Earth's own broadcasts, distorted and remixed, played back to us in unfamiliar tones. It may have triggered a response. Now the question is no longer what 3E Atlas is.